Da 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 da. Hello, everyone. Monday surprise. All the things that have been going on in our fabulous mother nation of Great Britain, I thought it was important to get on here and just kind of touch base on everything that's happening. Just to recap, so Beatrice had her baby, but there's some weirdness about that. Like, they'd said she went into labor, but she actually, when they made the announcement, she had the baby days ago. It was like almost a week ago. I thought that was a bit odd, And also, now we've got Hazzy, who is blowing off court dates. So I'm gonna say this first. Like, I've been in court with my one ex, and the best advice that my attorney gave me, she said, just so you know, the family court judges, they're on a rotation. The last thing you want to do is enrage any of them. So behave accordingly and don't waste their time. That was another big one. Don't, their time is considered quite valuable, so don't waste their time. So this was kind of an amateur move on his part, or on the part of his barristers, so his representation. So I'm not really sure what to make out of that, but we're gonna find out. So some other housekeeping that we have going on here. Mel is on here right now, the Fittest Touch. Everybody congratulate Mel and the Fitness Touch and the Fittest Touch. They made it to 1,000 subscribers, so that is a huge a mile marker for all of us here on YouTube. So I extend congratulations to them. If you guys haven't congratulated them, please do it. If you have not subscribed to them, go on over there and go do it. He does a live workout on it's our afternoon time here in the US. It's like 2:00 on the East Coast time. But there's a live workout that he does. I was in a meeting today, so I was like looking down, following along and commenting. But they have great advice. Mel, the Fittest Touch, she's mental health, and there's lots of great advice there. So whatever floats your boat, if you're trying to get fit in your head, fit in your body, you should go follow them because they do some good stuff. There's a lot of fun stuff over there. And congratulations. I think that's amazing. I know 1,000 subscribers was really a big deal for me, and serendipity helped me getting there. But she introduced Trevor Colt to me, and Trevor Colt blew me up, and that's how I met the Hutches. So it's all this nice little tight circle. So that's one thing. I want to extend congratulations to them. I am also going to run a BFF sale. So I'll put this up on my scheduler. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a 2-for-1 for you and a friend. And you both make the appointment together. You come in. I'm going to do the reading on Zoom. So if it's a friend that's near or far, you guys can do like a little BFF meeting and hang out and have your tarot cards read. You guys can ask me to look up stuff about that snotty sorority sister that you maybe had in college, or we can look up ex-boyfriends. We can look up current boyfriends. We can look up future stuff that's going on for you, how your friendship is, what you guys can do to flex it. And I'm doing this in honor of one of my BFFs, Kay, who just had a birthday, and she was here and I hosted her, and we wore tiaras the whole time. We had a whole bunch of people here. We all wore tiaras and it was super, super fun. So it's going to be in honor of her. So you can look for the Kay BFF sale. It's going to be up in the next couple of days, and I'll probably run it through the whole month of June, and just have like a little extra special reading for you and your friends. And of course, it's live. You're going to be live with me on Zoom or Google Meet or whatever works best for you. So that's going to be a fun thing. We have a timing class coming soon for tarot. I'm going to let everybody know about that. That'll be a drop-in class. You don't have to sign up for the whole series. You can just sign up for that one class. But all the tarot cards have timing on them. So we're going to do a little bit of that. And hopefully some of you that are novice readers, or even if you just want to know a little bit more about tarot, you get a better sense of how to do timing when people say, when am I going to find the love of my life? So it should be pretty cool. And the last thing, of course, private readings are still available. I am still a little tight on my schedule because we do have one of our little chickadees is graduating this year. So we're going to have a bunch of things to do in between. And my parents are back up here in the north. So I want to carve out some time for them as well. But private readings are always available. If you cannot find a time, just message me at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com and you'll be able to do it. Scheduler, you can find either in the link in the description down below, or you can schedule through the website, fortunecookiestarot.com. So, yippee. So here we are. So, I was gonna add Pence into this. So my stateside people, Mike Pence, has officially thrown his hat into the election brouhaha for 2024. I don't know if that's a good idea. I was never really a big Pence fan. He just seems kind of not great. Just my opinion. Initially I was like, all right, he's the adult in the room, but he's kind of the jerky adult in the room. I don't know, it's just my opinion, but it's tarot reading. Just my opinion. I'm not reading any tarot cards right now, but I was gonna do something on Pence, but I do want to talk about Eugenie's little baby, Ernest George Ronnie Brookbanks, which I always want to say Crookshanks, like Harry Potter. And then I also want to talk about, and I'll quote Hermione Granger, what an idiot. Harry and his faux pas in court today. So I want to see what is going to happen on the back end of this. I want to see, what the story is, and I hope you guys do too. So I'm going to scroll through the comments real quick, and then we're going to get this shindig on the go. TD, I'm glad to be on here tonight. I miss doing the lives. I think the live format is, my duck to water. So, or my water to duck. So I think, this is just easier for me to do. I like interacting with you guys. I like hearing the comments. I like going back and forth with y'all. So, this just, I think, is a better fit. I'm not a production kind of gal. So I hope you guys like this. I could talk to you. It's like romper room. I see serendipity and tarot destiny and the fittest touch, so I can kind of do that. Fittest touch. The romper room was a TV show that we had, and the gal had it was like for little kids, and the gal had a magic mirror, and she would say everybody's name to the camera, and she never said my name. Never said my name. She said my sister's name like a million times. Never said my name. So, yeah. So, all right. And Sally's here. Hey, Sally. And when we finish all this up, good morning, Em. Good morning, Em. I'm so glad that reading made some sense to you. I'm really glad. The other day when we did live readings for you guys, I did a little reading for Em, and it came up. It made some sense, and she gave me some feedback in the comments. So there you go. So let's see who else. Hi, Sharon. Sharon's here. Fitness Hutch, yo, Fitness Hutch. All right, Fitness Hutch. I'm up to 1,000. I think 20 calories right now. I'm watching what I eat. I tried not to eat a lot of fatty stuff today. I did have some mayo with my tuna salad though. I didn't have any olives though. I know you ate the olives. I don't know. My girlfriend Kay is Greek. Like, like I'm down with the olive. I don't know. It's just me, but it's I'm doing good on my diet. So I'm gonna get on the treadmill after this is done. I'm going to make some dinner, and then I'm going to do the ab workout that the fitness hutch did today because my abs are shite and my back hurts because of it. And I really need to tighten up my center. So that was his video today. So again, if you guys aren't subscribed, go on over there and go tighten up your abs. So your back will love you for it. So it's great. And he's funny as all get out. So we have a good time on those. So RZ, hi. And Gay Canada, hi, first timer. Nice to see you. Here, I'm going to throw you, you know what I'll do? I'm going to give you an energy card. This is from Hay House. That's what happened. We give out presents the whole time we're on here. Whole time. So this is a deck from Hay House, and it's a raise your vibration card. I talk about people all the time in terms of raising your vibration and using that to manifest things that you want. So since it's your first time, yay, Canada, I'm going to give you one. And this will throw you some good vibes. So this says, and I'm going to pull up my card. I'll pull up my card view already. Let's get there. Get it now. My aura is magnetic to golden opportunities. So that really speaks a lot. I have to change my lighting about, raising your vibration to manifest different things that you want. Let me turn my overhead off. Hang on, guys. I'm still here. I'm not gone. I am not gone. That makes more sense. Lighting is a little bit better there. All right, 30 people. Welcome, guys, on a Monday, no less. Let's put my smart face on. Smart face. So I hope that kicks off your week really well. Okay. So we'll put this in the stand. All right, we'll say hi to everybody else. Hi, Beverly. That's awesome. Hi, sweetie pie. So glad you're here. Fitness Hutch. I'm not a legend. Wait until I have some abs. But wait, here, Hutch. Look at my arms. Look at my arms. This is from Hutch's workout. I have so much more definition in my arms. I'm not even kidding. My son was like, "How come your arms are bigger than mine?" So I'm doing well. Not playing around. I'm not bikini ready, but I'm trying. So, Trevor, I'm showing off my guns, Trevor. So, Trevor, we're going to be talking about that genius wayward royal son. So let's talk about the court case. I'm specifically talking about that today, so stick around. There he is. Trevor is a great guy. Trevor got me over the 1,000 mark, so I owe him a few pints. So come, you guys come over to the U.S. and if you're in the New York area, I will take you guys out and we'll go to McSorley's and I will be buying that night. So let me see. All right. We're going to crank this out. So I'm going to skip down. Trevor, just email me. You get one gratis. You get a free reading from me. So, and I don't tell you how shite your life is. I tell you how to make it go in the right direction. That's what I do. So, Trevor, fortunecookiestarot@gmail. Just email me and we'll carve out a time and I'll do that for you. I'd love to do that for you, dude. All right. So Rob Fuzz, Robbie, we did small world, right? Rob could tell everybody stories about me. All right, so I'm scrolling to this. So you guys are chatting away. All right, so let's jump right in. We're gonna jump right in. So I got my sparkly tarot. We're gonna work with this one today. So let's look at this weirdness with Younique. I just think it's a little bit odd. Like, why did we get this late? I woke up this morning and heard she was in labor, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, she had the baby like last week. It's just a bit odd, So what's up with that? Oh, there's the gaslighting bullshit. Oh, this is an easy answer. So the reason they did this is they created subterfuge. I love that word, subterfuge. So they Trevor, I saw your comment. Energy card. What is this, Pokemon? You're getting one next. So this was a big subterfuge that they did to protect their whatnot that's going on. So the 7 of Swords that's in here, when we get swords and it's about something medical, physical, something involving doctors, sometimes that's we're getting surgical thing. And I think she had C-section on the first one. So this might have been C-section, a little bit more involved. They may not have wanted to go out on the steps and like do all that hubbub and have everybody there. So I know they just recently moved to their home that was closer to the hospital. So, may have been why they did that. But it looks like they created this illusion to just kind of protect their privacy so that they could celebrate when everything went through smoothly. Not thrilled about the course of events. And I'm not sure. I think it's him that's not thrilled about it. She wasn't thrilled about it either. Both of them were not thrilled about how these events played out and that there was no announcement. So was the announcement their decision? Let me pull one here. No, the announcement was delayed, I think, because of on high. I think someone on high asked them to do it. Was it to smokescreen Mr. Mann's court case? I think they were concerned about the process. I think they didn't want to have any kind of milieu set for subsequent events. So I'll do more reading on that because I know you guys came for the goods. I know you came for the juicy stuff. So I got a lot of questions. On this. And those of you that follow me on the reg, you know that I usually just have like a few questions and I kind of let the questions build themselves. And I'm trying to keep up with your comments, guys. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Oh, Prima, thank you. Thank you, honey, for your contribution. Thank you so much, darling. Hey, guys, if you have questions, just kind of hold them for a little bit because I really wanted to stick with the this crazy court case. So we're actually going to have this deck out. I have my Mildred Payne, which is creepy, super creepy. And I want to get not the Curious Creatures. Those of you who have never toured here, I still owe you guys a tour. This is my super fun box of a million tarot cards. And I have one deck that I use for hazmat. And oh, there it is. Yippee! Found it. So this is the Tarot of the Unknown. I use this one for him a lot. So, and it doesn't have any nudies in it because some people are getting popped for nudie cards, which is absolutely ridiculous because if you're being titillated by tarot cards, you got bigger issues than I can deal with. But so, hi Amanda, good morning. All right, Hutch, you can watch later. I'll see you later, dude. So the story with this, he was late to court because he was busy with the baby's second birthday. Bringing that white light down, guys. Is that true? Is that really what held him up? Because they did make the announcement on Friday. They did tell the court on Friday. So it wasn't like he just drank a little bit too much or didn't get enough sleep. They were prepared for this to happen. So is the story about the birthday legit? And that Knight of Wands is in reverse. The moon is in reverse. Four of Pentacles, trying to stop the madness. All right, we're going to come down a little bit because this deck is a little bit smaller for you guys. So what we've got, Knight of Wands in reverse. I get this a lot for Hazmat. We have the moon in reverse, which means really some unstableness going on there. The Four of Pentacles, which is holding on to information, holding on to things. Those pentacles are always going to be hard facts, data, things that we hang on to. So this is, I think, really trying to hold back the information. I don't think he was going to perform very well. So there's that scene in Boogie Nights where Burt Reynolds says to Dirk Diggler that you look like S and Ish, and I'm not going to film you if you look like Ish. So I have a feeling that he just was not in a state to be able to perform well. I think they knew that he wasn't going to be in a state. Now, this isn't that he was involved or ingesting anything. This is, the climate, let's put it that way. I always talk about the climate versus the weather, and this is a description that my husband gave me about diabetes. He said, well, the climate is not great, but the climate is great, but the weather is not great, or the weather is great, vice versa, strike it and vice versa. This is a situation where, the climate is not great. The weather was not great. Maybe tomorrow he's going to have a little bit of a better day. Okay. So, hanging on to that information and trying to stop it from getting out, because at that moment he was not going to be able to handle it. So they had this is his representatives made the decision to kind of throw this story out there to give him a little bit of time. So what did they think was going to happen in the meantime? We shuffle. Yvette Ramos. Yeah, you can go to my website, or you can private message me too at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. Oh, thank you, Serendipity. There, you did do it. Thank you, Punky. That was awesome. You are the best, Sari. So what did his representatives think would happen with this cushion of time? Oh my. Oh my. So what do we have here? We've got Two of Cups. We've got Six of Wands in reverse. That's our success card. Success is upside down. Hey, Jay Mars. Marcus, how you doing? Then we have the Emperor upright, the Lovers in reverse, and then the Enoch is actually the Tower card for those of you that are conversant with tarot. So this looks like they were hoping that he would land. He'd be able to get on, have an audience with some powers that be, maybe sit down and work things out. That did not happen. Then they said, well, we'll let the judge know, like maybe the judge will cut him some slack and do him a solid and be like, oh, we get it. You have a young family. Yeah. I don't know about the rest of you. I am so fed up with them saying they are a young couple. They are not a young couple. I was not a young couple when I was approaching my 40s. I absolutely was not. I'm not buying it. No, not doing it. So this whole plan blew up. This was really a bad idea. Specifically, he's in a different category from the other witnesses. How did the judge feel about Harry's representation, saying he was in a different category? And all 37 of you, look at this. I love Monday nights. Monday nights. Everybody had a good work day, I hope. Oh, the judge. No. The judge was like, yeah, this is no excuse. A party is not an excuse. You can't say, I had a great time. I was having a great time with my child. The Hierophant in here, Adelaide, the Hierophant in this deck is the end all be all. This is our Hierophant card is the law. It is morality. It is the lessons that we learn from the greater community. It is the condemning of the greater community, the greater community coming after us and saying, no, you're not going to behave this way. So this, yeah, and I'm not going to buy it. It's already colored the opinion of the judge toward this individual. So, what was the judge's opinion of this wayward prince, this young prince? Oh, by the way, I want to show everybody my shirt. It's Godzilla. It's a tarot card Godzilla. Yay! Oh, Jay Marcus, your daughter had prom last Saturday. I love that. We never did the prom with my daughter because she was in the ROTC program, so we did the military ball, and it was a much better experience. It was just the ROTC kids, and they allow the families to come in and have dinner first. And then the kids, they do the fallen soldier service with the 4 branches, and the kids do that, and then they do the grog bowl, which is hilarious, and then we exit, and the kids have their own prom. Hang on one second. Oh, Gay, that's awesome. That's awesome, Gays. Here, I'll pop it up here. Gay's granddaughter became prom queen. That's awesome. Dancing queen. Oh, I was singing Dance With Me, but I was doing the ABBA lyrics. What a mashup. What a mashup. So congratulations. That's great. So what was the judge's opinion of Harry prior, like last night, when he went to bed last night? What was his opinion of Harry? Oh, well. So he really did try to put all the stories to rest. Now, this is our 10 of swords here. And the 10 of swords is emotional shutdown and overload and just kind of being exhausted with everything. But in this case, this is closing a door, finality, closing a door on the opinions and the stories that he's heard before, starting fresh with a clear and logic-based mind. All right. So we have that King of Pentacles here. And hi, Rainbow Rose. Hi, darling. So this is being very, very clear and not using the stories from before to color his future, infect his opinion, let's put it that way. He absolutely put aside all the alleged partying and craziness and just shut a door to that. He said, those are things that are in the past. I'm not going to let it affect my opinion of this person in the future as we go into this case. Now, what is his opinion post no-show? What is his opinion post no-show? Because that's a pretty big energetic extension to an individual. You know, I'm going to let you slide on this. I'm not going to judge you on your behavior before. And I imagine that's very, very difficult for a judge because there is so much information out there that's public. So what is his opinion now? Post no show. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, we cut those cards and call our people down. Oh, the beast. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a shame. So, the beast is our devil card. All right. So the devil card in tarot, when it's upright, is connections, unhealthy connections, adhering to something that may or may not be good to us. This is absolutely the sinking in of a leopard cannot change its spots. He's trying to not go back to lean into what he already knows about this individual and the things that he's heard and the things that are, running all over the place. He is that information is seeping into the judge's frontal cortex. It's coming into his present mind. It's something that he cannot escape now because the behavior is matching the rumor, the reputation that preceded his no show. So he goes, I guess this is what's going on now. And the Chariot card, he is not going to extend. I think, to a certain extent, I think that most people in positions like this, positions of government, position of judiciary, it's very difficult for them to not extend a little bit more to the royal family. I think it's very difficult for them. In this case, I think he was prepared to be a little bit lenient and understand that, there's going to be some emotional quality to this testimony. There's going to be some emotional quality to the case. Now he's like, the gloves are off. The wig is off. He is not going to give quarter on this. And unfortunately, I think that the rumor and the reputation that preceded him is going to be something that's unavoidable at this point. He really is going to try and conceal that and not make that a public knowledge. I think he's really struggling with it quite a bit. And that's our Seven of Wands here, where he's struggling to be impartial. He's struggling to not be like, well, this kid's a brat. So does he think he's a brat? He does think that he's a brat. And he thinks that the circumstances, he thinks he wants to be very much like his mother. He understands that Harry wants to be his mother. He wants to be altruistic. He wants to be revered. He wants to be glittery and special in the world. And he just had a little bit of that magic, not all of it. And he threw it all away. He really dashed it on the rocks. And that's how the judge sees this. So he's very much like-minded with us. He wasn't last night. Last night, he was a lot more generous and really, really trying to have a tabla rasa so that he could. Oh, did I say Beatrice? Oh, okay. Sorry, Lucia. Lucia. If I said Beatrice, I apologize. I meant Eugenie. But I am going to say this. When I was looking up things about Eugenie, Beatrice looks amazing in toile. That's probably why I accidentally said her name. But I saw her in like 3 toile dresses. Oh my God, she looks amazing in toile. Wear more toile. So apologies for that if I made a mistake. So yes, I think serendipity, because this is the first time in 130 years that a royal family member has had to testify in court and be cross-examined. I think this judge was willing to go in there with a very light touch. I think he was going to put on rabbit skin gloves with rabbit fur on the outside. I think he really was trying to be as generous as possible and trying to be as gracious as possible, because this is a huge moment in history. The huge moment in history has not been destroyed by the judge. It has been destroyed by Hazmat by not showing up. He just didn't follow the rules. So that is unfortunate. He does have some level of consideration for him, in the sense that he's like, it's a shame that this, I hate to say young man, that this man did not follow the track that he was on before. And we've all seen it. We have all seen the sparkle in his eye, the pictures that they take. He looks so different now. And all of us that have been through any kind of trauma, you can go back and you can look at the photographs, and you can always see that there's something missing. There's that little sparkle that's missing. And we know that sparkle's missing. It was absorbed by something else. What it was, I think we all know. So again, I still have questions. So let's see. Now, all this information is out that the judge is not very happy with him. The opposing counsel was like, yippee, we're going to get more time to cross-examine him. So how is Harry feeling right now? This moment, it is 6:07 p.m. New York time, New York minute. Not that I'm in New York. I'm not in New York. I'm in New York light. I'm across the water. So how is Harry feeling about the whole thing right now? And again, guys, if you are having a good time, give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe. You can back out of the comments and, oh dear, hit the like button. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a shame. So how is he feeling? Not very good. He does not like what he did. Oh, by the way, guys, I changed the settings on my microphone because one of my private clients said that she was having a little bit of trouble hearing me when I was leaning back a little bit. So just let me know how the sound is as well. I keep tinkering with this. I like this mic a lot. I'm not going to get rid of it, but the settings, I'll tinker with the settings a little bit. So he regrets what he did. And he does feel that so he's a very extreme thinker in the sense that he's like, okay, well I wrecked it. Now it's going to be wrong. Now the whole thing is just going to be lousy. Like there's going to be prejudice against me. Prejudice. It's going to be a prejudiced case. Because I can't get the fair shot because I didn't come because I was jet lagged. I had my daughter's birthday. So I still say Cheery Denise is the best Harry voice. Wow. She makes that whiny voice. It's awesome. So he is super regretful. He thinks that the whole thing's done in. I should just go home. Yeah, serendipity. Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. Yes, I do. I appreciate everybody's support. I don't, a lot of the time when I start reading, I get in so quickly that it's really hard for me to, show my gratitude halfway through. So I have the wonderful people like Serendipity out there who does my thanks for me and kind of gives me a nudge. I like the nudge. You can nudge me. So he's now in the process of trying to make up for that lost ground. So the highwayman, who is our hanged man, is in the upright here. And I just recently was prepping for one of my classes, and I read about the hanged man being the jerk who is in recovery. The lousy personality who's in recovery, trying to atone for poor behavior or poor treatment of another. So this would be like a recovered, I don't know if there's such a thing, but a recovered narcissist who's trying to make amends to someone that they treated poorly, or maybe someone who had some addiction issues, who is, I can't remember what that step is, the 12th step, or step 9, I think it's step 9, where you go and you atone and you ask for forgiveness for things that you've done. So this is him trying to make up for that, trying to figure out how to make up for it. And I don't think that he knows that the propriety of reaching out to the other counsel or to the judge is really not a cool thing to do. It looks like he may maybe like sending flowers or sending like a bottle of scotch over, like, here's a bottle of scotch, have mercy. I don't think he quite understands that. And that's kind of a shame, but I think it also is going to color the opinions of those that are involved in this case. I think they're going to say, well, he just really is kind of, like, I don't want to say backward, but just doesn't understand the protocol of the regular world. He just doesn't get it. And then we have the death card in reverse, not moving forward, not understanding that we are, crashing and burning. He's like, oh, no, I can still save it. He thinks the case itself, he's blown the case just by this, just by the negative vibes that were thrown onto the case because of his actions, and because of the judge's response. Like, again, like, it's going to be, with the judge was kind of a hard ass, it's just kind of, it was a bit strict. It didn't understand the rules. So, just completely ridiculous. So he just doesn't understand how far he has fallen. I can't with this guy. Self-awareness is such a gift. And I am unfortunately a bit too self-aware at the best of times. So let's skip across the pond for a minute and let's see how Megan's feeling. Hi, I'm Megan. Let's see how she's feeling. And I want to look into some of her motivations. How is she feeling and what is she getting up to? So let's see how she's feeling right now. How's that gal feeling? What's up? What's up? Her man is way far away across the sea. Let's see how she's feeling. She's all alone with those children. Those messy, needy children and her staff. Oh my, what is she up to? Oh, what is she up to? Holy smoke. TD, I need you on this one. We're going to read this together, TD. Oh my God. Are you seeing this? Are you guys seeing this? This is nuts. So everybody was saying she was going to file for the DIVORCE when he was at the car. I almost said the pandemic at the coronation. So what is she up to? 2 of Swords, Knight of Cups, Tower, Queen of Swords in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Under the surface, we have the Strength card in reverse. And up here, this is a big tell, guys. And just so you know, when I pull these cards, that's why I can't play poker, because I'm like, oh. I'm like Chris Pratt. Look at that. Unhappy family. Unhappy family. Unhappy family. We're going to ask another question after this one. So, 2 of Swords, making a decision, cutting things off, deciding what stays and what goes. This is our pruning ritual. And why are we doing this? Like, what's going on? Because we've got a Knight of Cups in there. Bow chicka wow wow. What is she up to? Cutting things off. Bow chicka wow wow. Wrecking things. We've got that Tower card. Something is going to come a crashing down, baby. And then that Queen of Cups is going to be nasty pants in her language, and she's going to be hacking things off left and right. What is she going to be hacking off? That Knight of Pentacles, who's not making any pentacles because he's in reverse. You heard it here first, kids. Well, did you? I mean, everybody's saying it. So, under the surface, this is the Strength card. In reverse, this is the Anti-Whispers in this Tarot of the Unknown. Oh, by the way, I didn't put any decks in the description. I usually put the decks that you can buy. This one is available periodically on Etsy. So you can go over to Etsy and look up the Tarot of the Unknown, and you can grab this if it's available. It goes out of print often, but it's a beautiful deck. It's got this great gilded edging on it and this cool little Halloween pattern on the back. Alicia has it too, and I think Alicia's got a different back on hers, but I like this a whole lot. I splurged and I got a signed deck as well. So the artist actually signed the box for me. I thought it was well worth the extra money because I am a collector. So, Gay, I think you're right. I think there are dishes flying. But I think they're flying because there's a lot of rattling going on. I think there's some action happening. So yeah. And then this, not happy. So let's ask this. Let's go back. We're gonna do, oh, Yvonne, how are you, darling? How are you? How are things up in the north? So is this why he was not fit to go to court today? Is this why? Was there a big fight? Was there a big fight? Oh, bazinga. Bazinga, guys. She's a gold digger. She's a gold digger. So, did you guys hear that? I don't know what I just heard. So, Temperance card, Page of Swords in reverse, and there's that kept woman, that Nine of Pentacles right smack in the middle. And then we have the Seven of Cups, gaslighting, and then the Six of Cups, which is nostalgia, looking back to the past. So one of the things with tarot too is when we see the cards, like this is really a timeline progression. We're just kind of moving forward in time here from left to right. So when we have the cards that they start to go backward, that means things are devolving. Things are going from this place to this place. So we have 9, 7, devolving. Things fall apart. Chinua Achebe. Things fall apart. So those of you that aren't literary people, Chinua Achebe, the African author, wrote a story called Things Fall Apart, which is great. It did have something to do with the poem, the Yeats poem. So, but nonetheless, so we're not going to talk about literature right now. Hello, Jasmine. How are you, darling? So, and Prima, yeah, it's difficult to accept that he is so not self-aware. It's really shocking. And again, like some of us are sometimes too self-aware. I have a tendency to be too self-aware and too critical, but this is like he is just completely not self-aware. So, and I'm going to do something real quick because this needs to be done. This is my girlfriend Shelly Creepshow. She makes little jarred spells, and this is so that I will be more spiritual. So I'm just going to give it a little shake. These are great. You can just kind of shake them up and reactivate that spirituality in there. So I need that sometimes. I got a call from on high. Call on high. So this looks like there wasn't necessarily a fight. Again, I think his disposition is the climate versus the weather. I think he is systemically, I think the family unit couple is systemically not in a good place right now. We've all been there. We've all been in relationships where it kind of gets weird for a little bit. Maybe you're not going on date nights, maybe you're not doing the same things, you're kind of passing in the night. Greg and I have gotten into these phases because he works at night and I work during the day, and and I'm doing tarot at night as well. So sometimes we're like ships passing in the night, and there's not a lot of time to kind of be on the same page. But we always come back around because he's so funny and we get along so well. But this is a more serious issue than just kind of being a little bit busy for a month or so. This is like, fundamentally, they're at odds. I really do think that this part of the gaslighting, I really want a private life. I want to go live. I want to be quiet. I think they were both singing from the same page, but I think her intention was to get here. And I did hear that one of the things that she floated was that Lilibet really is fond of the Cartier music boxes. Really? Your 2-year-old is fond of Cartier music boxes. Either, she wants somebody to buy her one. She wanted, King Grandpa to buy her one, or she wanted a freebie sent to her. I don't know. I don't know, but it's really, um, I'm very fond of 65 Mustangs. I had one when I was first driving, and I loved that car. And so if anyone wants to send me one, that would be great. Who does that? Who literally does that? Like, oh, I really want a Cartier music box. Should probably flip it and like sell it on eBay or something, or Facebook Marketplace. So I think he was tense and irritable and cranky and cantankerous and problematic prior to leaving. And I think that was kind of, and the gist of this, I think this is and this is one of the questions that are coming up. Is this a money seeking venture? Are they seeking money through these court cases, or this particular court case? Because there's like 10 of them going on. But are they looking for money, or are they looking for to right a wrong? Like what exactly are they looking at? So I do think that there's some discrepancies about what's going on. You better get your ass out there and make some money. Better get your ass out there. So let's see before we go any further, because I got questions. I got a whole list of questions. Yes, Jasmine, I was a Mustang, Sally. I loved that car. I absolutely loved that car. It was such a piece of ASS. I loved it. It was great. My sister had a 69 fastback that was in mint condition, and she totaled it, making a left-hand turn at 17. And my heart broke that day. Mine was not as mint. Mine was a 65 pony interior, 289 engine. She was beautiful. Ah, sloppy shuffle. Sloppy shuffle. So let's see. How do the opposing sides feel? Let's see how Harry's attorneys feel. We'll do them on the top. And then how the opposing parties feel. Opposing counsel. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, guide me on the way. This is Harry's counsel. Opposing counsel. Oh. So how many of you have seen Spinal Tap? So I do a great Bobby Fleckman from Polymer Records. Where's Christine? Where's my photographer? So this is like a Bobby Fleckman situation when she was talking to Nigel Tufnell. If you guys haven't seen Spinal Tap, I'm sorry that I'm making this reference and you're not getting it. But she said to Nigel Tufnell, who was the bass player in Spinal Tap, she goes, you don't talk so much. Just so they gave him a Bobby Fleckman here. They said, I think they're really scrambling right now to get him to give kind of very mild answers. I think they're working very hard to prep him for the onslaught of questioning that he's going to get under cross. So they said, oh boy, the reaction of the judge, the Harry's counsel is like, oh boy, we're done for. They're really concerned about it. It's probably what's coloring Harry's perspective that the case is going to be kaput. And that there's very little chance to come back from it. They're like, let's just kind of simmer everything down. Let's just have a good day. Have a good day, darling. So, we're getting Sally. I'm going to get there about whether he's going to lose it on the stand. Oh, hydration is key. So they are working with him to give him avenues to be careful about how he gets out of the questions that they're going to ask. Oh, Serendipity, you're a Mustang girl too. Hi, Carolina D. How are you, darling? So they're working with him right now, probably burning a little bit of midnight oil. I know it's pretty late there in the UK today, but they probably went late into the night. And absolutely, this is happening in a hotel room of some sort. They have some kind of a hotel room. They're not on royal grounds. This is a hotel room that they're in, and they are really, really, really prepping him. So there was a lot of effort. They were probably had dinner in the room too, as far as I can tell. I absolutely see them sitting in the sitting room of the hotel, and they are going over any and all eventualities. They're really trying to. They've got one hard case attorney barrister. I think we say barrister in this case. Who really was grilling him. I don't think he performed very, very well. I think there's going to be some more work done in the morning. So how does opposing counsel feel about this? It was not their wish. They wanted to get in there and they okay. They felt like today was going to be their day. Boy, they're actually not feeling too great about this. Perhaps because they didn't want all this additional prep work done with him. So they wanted to have him on the stand today. Here's our 9 of cups in reverse, 6 of wands in reverse, king of wands in reverse, 10 of cups in reverse, and then we have the Lorna in reverse as well. So that's our death card, guys. So this is not what they wanted. They wanted to be able to get him right off the plane, kickstart it, fire things up. That really was what they were going to do, was fire things up. They wanted to kick this case off with the have him explain himself on the stand and then get up there on cross. I think maybe they wanted him to kind of lay the tracks, and then tonight they were going to work on it and do their cross tomorrow morning. So it's kind of messed up their plan. Now, the judge did say that they would get a full day and a half. But I think they wanted like a full day and a half after they knew where all of this was going to head initially. So yeah, we're gonna back this up. We know how they're feeling. What is the plan for the cross? What is the plan? What is the plan? How did they want to whittle down Harry's story. We got jump out cards all over the place. 47 of you. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being here. This is so much fun on a Monday night, being live with all you fine people. So the plan is to take him out of the equation. Their plan is to show that he really was a non-entity in all of the hacking that went on, that it really wasn't directed at him. And rather, we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups who were damaged here. We know who these two are. This is William. This is Kate. They were really damaged. And here he is, the Prince of Wands, almost like kind of wheedling his way into the case. Like, oh, I'm important too. I'm important too. Right, I'm important too. So this is to pull him out of the case. He really has no standing here. He really doesn't even belong in the room. And that is the plan. Under the surface, they are, this page of page of axes up here is a liar. This is a liar. So they think that they can show that he's a liar. And under the surface, this could be the resurrection of his. There's the potential with the right PR people could maybe resurrect his reputation. So let's do this. So I did a class, a little mini class for you guys about what we are and what we do, and how we can manifest using the cards. So here's our page of axes or swords. This is what he is right now. So let's see. That's our liar. Let's see what he has to do to be successful at this lie. Past action. Tangled up in his lies. Past result was that he made some money off the book. So if he's successful at this lying, then he's going to be unloved. He's going to be bottomless. This is almost a sacrifice of his own self. And it's going to be devastating. It's going to be life altering, something he did moving forward. So, is he going to lose it on the stand? Is he going to lose it? I'm going to lose it. My cards are flying all over the place. Is he going to lose it? Is he going to lose it on the stand? Is he going to lose it? Gay with your popcorn there. Is he going to lose it? Is he going to lose it? So we're looking for a strength card here. If we see a strength card in the upright, that means he's going to be able to control himself. Temperance in the upright, he's going to be able to control himself. Justice, he's going to be able to control himself. Let's see what we get. So we did get a Tower card. Okay. Tower card is when it's in the reverse. For me as a reader, I always read the reverse as something that we have done, and something that we have done to disrupt what's going on. Up here, this is the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is being tangled up, being stuck, painted in a corner, being stuck with a circumstance because you're linked in. This is in reverse. So it's alleviating. He's kind of getting a sense of freedom. And I think that we're going to see a charming and likable Harry on the stand. I think he's really going to play into that. I think he knows that that impetuous, put out, hard done Harry is not working. It's not a likable characteristic. I think he's going to try to bring this lighthearted, happy Harry back. And he may even go the route of saying, well, this is why I'm so sullen and miserable, because everyone's been following me, clickety clickety click, and my phone was hacked 10 times, and I lost the love of my life. And oh, did we say that? Love of his life? That's one of the things we're going to look at too. We're going to see if Chelsea is going to be brought into this. So this is going to be very changing. This is going to affect how we see him. We're going to be stuck, and we're still going to see him as this shady dude. There's our 7 of swords, sneaky snacker for my girl Alicia. So are we going to hear about Chelsea? Is he going to have to talk about Chelsea? Oh my. Oh my. So, yes, Chelsea was the love of my life. I was planning on spending the rest of my life with her, but she would not do it because I couldn't offer her protection. I couldn't protect her, and it broke my heart. Now I'm the man that I am today. Not the prince I was raised to be, but the man I am today. The complete and total wanker. Tarot card reading, for my opinion only. Do your own research. But this is what we're gonna hear about Chelsea. We're gonna hear that that was the route that he wanted to take, and that the press ruined his whole life for him. And she was adorable. Like, don't get me wrong. How is the missus gonna feel about this? How are you guys doing? Everybody, are you sitting on the edge of your seat? Are you ready? Are you satisfied? How is the missus gonna feel about this? Show me some popcorn if you're hanging on. Oh, boom, shakalaka. Oh my. Everybody ready? Ready? Show me some popcorn. Throw up some popcorn on the chats. I want to see your popcorn buckets. I want everybody ready to go. That is a hard stop. So okay, nice chairs. So this is a hard stop. The minute he mentions Chelsea, she's gonna go, that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. Oh my God, I'm done. I can't anymore. You're just not over her. You're not over her. We have a whole life. We have a whole family together, and you're just not over her. This is unbelievable. I'm supposed to be your wife. I'm your wife. So the end. Tarot Destiny. There you go. There's the world. Da 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 da. The end. Fini. So here we are. I can't anymore. Unhappy family. That 4 of Wands. This is our marriage card. So what do we got when it's upside down? We got an unhappy marriage there. We are not happy. World card, ending. Judgment. There's going to be a lot of back and forth on this. This is not a consensus ending. We're not getting to the point where we're like, serendipity, I know you're happy. Like, we've all been waiting. This is not a consensus ending. This isn't like, you know what, we don't get along, let's just part as friends. And you know what, Carolina, my da da da. Sweet Carolina, I'm singing. So I'm screwing up all my songs tonight. So yeah, she still wears Trevor's bracelet. That's a little creepy. I'm just saying. It's just a little weird. I don't think I'd be doing that, little uncomfortable with that. So Broke Slow, hey baby, How you doing? So, this is not a consensus ending. I hate when tarot readers do that when they repeat the same thing over and over again. So, I'm trying not to, but we're gonna see things unraveling. I think HD Tutor said that she's unraveling. If you guys have not watched his little mini series on when HG met the wife, it's awesome. It's awesome. I like want to keep following it just to find out what happened with him and the gal that he was with. So it's like a little mini series. It's great with side story. But I could just listen to HD Tutor all day long. So this is what we're looking at here. So, oh boy. So she is going to be not happy about it's not so much that he's going to mention her, it's the way that he's going to mention her. He's going to lay that on a little bit thick, and I think it's going to poke the bear. Let's put it that way. Poke the bear. So my question here is Has prepared with logical responses. Will he freak out emotionally on the stand? So I think I hit that question. So what does Megan really want from this case? Why is she encouraging him to go forward with this case? What is she really looking for? Is she looking for money, 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 money? Money, 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 money. Aw, thanks, Broke Schlo. You are fantastic. So, is she looking for the money? All about the money, money, money. So, Prima, I'm just gonna answer this while I'm pulling some cards. I think she's gonna get pulled into this no matter what. I think she is someone who is a part of this story. Now, can you guys hear me okay when I'm over here? Like, can you still hear me well? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is unexpected. This is not this is not what I expected at all. So I said, question was, what does Megan really want from this case? Does she want money? And my next thing was, does she want to see him flail and fail? And what I'm getting here is she wants to see him flail and fail. This isn't about the money. This is about walking away with some station. So under the surface, this whole thing has been a terrible disappointment for her. We already know that they're likely destitute at this point. I shouldn't say destitute because that's such an elaborate word for this. They're likely not in a good financial position. Um, she is sending him off angry with a message. And her expectation is that he's going to deliver that message very poorly. She wants that to happen. At this point, she knows that she's unliked, and it's time to depart. And she's just trying to separate from that Knight of Wands who's just not producing. He's just not a good provider. It's a shame that she really, and I've always said this, that she thought that the piggy bank was bigger. She thought that she would be able to um get in there and have a luxurious lifestyle, like an ultra, not just a luxurious lifestyle, an ultra luxurious lifestyle. And I am a firm believer that that was why they did the whole Travelist thing. Travelist was supposed to be an extension of the TIG and being like a travel blogger. And it's so funny when I went to when I was down in Boca, when I went to visit my parents and I was flying down as I was going through TSA, there's a gal in front of me and she said, "Hey, can you do me a favor and take a picture of my backpack? I have to send it to somebody." I was like, "Oh, why not?" It was, it's crack of dawn. And then when we were, gathering our shoes and all of our belongings after we went through, we started talking and she said, "Oh yeah, I'm a travel vlogger." And I go, "Oh, get out. Like, I'm on YouTube too, And she was like, "Oh, get out." And so we had like cute little conversation. We never exchanged our YouTubes though, which is a shame. But I really do think that Travelist was going to be the monetization or the level up monetization of her TIG. And the intention was that they were going to be like travel vloggers. They were going to, get to be on perpetual vacation. How much fun is that? But they wanted to do it on the crown's dime. They wanted the crown to do that. So, and yes, Gay, I do think that she wanted a billionaire. And she thought that they were going to, and that was, very telling when they went to go visit Catherine and William, the now Prince and Princess of Wales, when she went to go visit their refurbished apartments. Oh, bye, Sari. Love you, honey. I will message you. I'll text you later, or I'll text you tomorrow if you're probably getting busy tonight. So, it was very telling when she went to their apartments and was there, their jaws were dropping, even though Harry said it in spare. I think, there was an expectation that they were going to live like that. And I'm not sure why she refused to take the next apartment. What was it Princess Michael's apartment that she was going to take over that they were going to refurbish for them? I'm just not really clear, why they didn't kind of go with that. But whatever, being next door, neighbors you don't like. I've been there. So this is, really she's working against a favorable outcome. Like this is, and to be sure, the split would be a favorable outcome for her. But there's going to be this struggle so that we can get the turnout that we want. So, or turnout that she wants. Under the surface, it's just ultimate disappointment. She's going to say wasn't what I wanted it to be. It wasn't what it was supposed to be. It wasn't what it was presented to be. We're gonna hear a lot of that. So that is a shame. What's our next question here? Okay, so and I think this is my final question on my list. I think I covered everything that I wrote down. So if you guys have any questions, you can pop them up for this particular crazy case. No donation necessary. If you have a question, I will go back up through the comments too, because I wasn't really looking at the comments. I was too busy throwing cards on the ground. So thanks everybody for being here too. Really appreciate it. I'm glad to get back to the lives. This is just a better format for me. I don't know how many tarot readers are doing like a lot of lives. You guys see a lot of tarot readers doing lives like this? Like just hopping on and going bananas? I know Tarot Oracle, but he doesn't do like celebrity stuff. He just does readings for people. If you're not following him, he's awesome. I love T.O. So what does Harry want to get out of this? What is he going to get out of this? Does he want money? Or does he want that IPP status? What is his goal here? Let's see if it's money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. So he wants to right the wrongs. Oh, thank you, Gay. Daily Empress does lives on like pop culture. Like that's what I want to know. Like if we have pop culture people, crazy political tarot readers like me, I gotta get a political deck. like Richard Nixon, and like all the founding fathers in a tarot deck. If there isn't one out there, maybe I have to make one. So have like the Statue of Liberty be like the Empress card. What do you think? So he wants to right the wrongs. Like this really is he is like that student you went to school with in college who like found a cause like clean ocean action and like just went way too deep with it and was just like clean ocean action forever. Or like got into the Grateful Dead and like couldn't get out of it. Knew a few of those. I still like the Grateful Dead, but like I can't do it for like 17 hours like we used to do when I was in college. But anyway, so he wants to right the wrongs here. And he wants to maintain his position and he knows that there is some negativity here. He knows that he can't sleep on the job for this and that he has to tell the bad tales, which are King of Axes in reverse. This is embellishing the tale so that he comes off better. It's manipulating the truth. We all do it. I'm in sales during the day. You're always massaging that truth. He is going to be massaging the truth. Are we going to see through it? Yes. But he is massaging the truth for something that he really believes in. He really does believe that Yvonne, good night. Oh, you're just back from Portugal. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, sweetie. Have night. So, and my sinus medicine's wearing off. I'm getting congested. I'm starting to get snotty. So he really is doing this. He really believes in it, but the reality is that he's going to massage the truth a little bit too much, trying to get this across to people. So, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think this is really going to come off very well. Does he? Oh, sorry. I'm tired too. I didn't even go to Portugal. So yeah, Prima, absolutely. That's what she expected. She expected never to have to check her bank account again. And then was disappointed that she had space heaters in her castle rooms. So the IPP status, is he really trying for that? Is he really trying for that? Oh, I think he knows he's not an IPP anymore. Heart of the matter, up there, under the surface, down there. Oh, this is sad. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you yawn. Okay. So he knows that this is about the IPP status. This is really about the IPP status. He knows that he's stuck. He knows that the truth out there, they really don't need it, unfortunately, for what's happening, which is a shame because he's made so many enemies. They have made so many enemies that it's likely that they do need it, but there's no present threat. There's no concrete threat. So he's going to be very angry about that. This is a temper tantrum right here. So after Serendipity got off. So Serendipity, when you watch this on the replay, if you do, this is a temper tantrum. This is the Knight of Cups and the Tower in reverse, not building a future, not moving forward. That IPP status is probably not going to go through. I just don't think it is. They're just not important enough. He kind of knows that already. Are 10 of Swords in reverse. Sorry, guys, that's out of view. and the magician, he's going to try and figure out how to start anew. The fool is the first card of the major arcana, but when we have this magician as the number one card, this is like, okay, so I got dealt a bunch of lemons. Let me see if I can make some lemonade out of it. I have lemons, I have water, I have a little bit of sugar, maybe some honey. I can throw it all together and see what I can make it work. This is trying to make the scraps of his life work. And under the surface, he knows he is on his own. This is so, so sad. He knows that he's on his own and that he's not going to be able to get back into that fold. Let's do some bonus questions. I think we all know that the Mad Mr. Toad's Wild Ride car chase was an effort to get some attention thrown on how hazardous their life is, and it didn't work. But maybe we should look at some of that. Let me scroll up and see if you guys have any questions. I'm just gonna scroll up. If you've got questions, just pop them in the comments down below, and I will read on them. Scrolling as fast as I can, boys and girls. And we're getting there. Oh, Gay, your last name is pronounced Canada. Huh. What did I say? Canada? I think I said Canada. Canada. All right. Yes. I will absolutely do a reading for Trevor. I'm going to do a private reading for him. I'm not going to do it online. If I have to record one, I will send. Oh, is that Prima? Is that why you sent me that $4.99? I missed that on the first round. I will do a private reading for him. Okay. Oh, Yvette. Yeah, so yeah, I work by the hour, so I charge 75 American dollars for the hour. No one ever says that online. And then we just go minute by minute after that if we go over. It's totally fine. But the special I'm going to run, it's going to be like a 2-for-1 for BFFs. So you guys will be on together and we'll have like a fun little BFF reading. Oh, my nose is itchy. Who am I getting in a fight with? I'm just looking. All right, so yeah, the judge was mad. He was put off, and he was trying not to be mad. Came to the UK, did not attend court. Oh, my nose is getting stuffier by the minute. Judge was very accommodating. Yes. Wayward man, serendipity. Yes. Let me see. Censorship is their big goal. Let's see if censorship is the big goal. Is this bigger picture? Is this that the institute of places in Colorado, United States? Institute. If you guys are following them, you know what I'm talking about. It's this all about getting people to pipe down. Let's see if this is still my reading's still visible tomorrow. I don't think that it is. I just don't think that this is a bigger picture thing. I think that dream is over. I don't think they're partnered with those people anymore. I think at one point there was more of a partnership. They were seen as like spokespeople, like we're going to be spokespeople for the good of the world. And I don't think that they are anymore. I think that people are realizing that it's not so much that they're polarizing. It's not so much that the message is hard for a lot of people to hear. They're not likable. She is not likable. It's really unfortunate. I think this is such like a random comparison, but it's almost like Faye Resnick when we had the OJ case going on. Faye Resnick came out and was speaking out on behalf of Nicole Brown Simpson, and Faye Resnick was just so not likable. She was just like, oh, and then we were partying and hanging out with these young guys, and it was like, oh, settle down, divorcee. She was like a cougar before a cougar was a thing. So the Megan is just not likable, and it happened for me in the engagement interview. She seemed so disingenuous. She seemed so practiced and contrived, and it's just really, we should protect we should really protect her privacy. She was already talking about privacy, like, for Pete's sake, you just did Vanity Fair and now you're on, world news. Like, let's not protect privacy, because privacy is not a thing anymore. You have just become a super public person. Privacy is not a thing. I'm going to crush up my piece of paper so it gets out of the way. Kept getting in my way. So I think that she's just so not likable that these powers that be, the people, the puppet masters that are trying to do things, I think this is just not a spokesperson or a spokescouple that they want. So I just see that, at one time it was something that they thought they could put together, and they could make fetch happen. They could not make fetch happen. I've said that phrase like 5 times today. Can't make fetch. I said it about Mike Pence. I was like, you can't make fetch happen. The guy should not be running for president. I'm sorry. It's just, again, not likable. The adult in the room at one point, but not likable anymore. We all know too much, I guess. So yeah, I don't think their goal is censorship. I don't think it is. I think Harry is dreamy and like, this is for the good of every celebrity ever, and I'm going to create a world in which they're not going to be victimized by the media, the god awful media. It's really very, very, I don't want to say imagined, but it's been blown up in his own head. He's really decided that it's a much larger thing than it actually is. So let's do this. We're going to keep scrolling. We already covered that. We talked about my Mustang. Who doesn't like a muscle car? I love a muscle car. We talked about that. Will he shout at opposing counsel? Will he shout at them? Star card in reverse. I think that is I think it's really dependent on his mood. I just don't think that this is a great star card, just so you guys can see it up close. Little clowny clown. Super great star card. So, in the event that he gets super bratastic, in case the uber brat shows up, And what potentially could happen here is if they try to subjugate him on the stand during the cross, if they try to make him small and they don't defer to him, because let's face it, people are still deferring to him as a member of the royal family. If they do not defer to him, then that poor judgment is going to come in and he's going to act amok, and then he'll be on his own. We're going to see him naked and like Cersei Lannister. Shame, shame. Maybe not that dramatic, but he is losing his hair. So I just started watching Stranger Things again last night. I just started watching the series again. So let's see this. Are the attorneys on the other side, are they willing to chew him up and spit him out? Are they willing to do that? Are they willing to take him down to the nub? Cut him to the quick. Oh, woo, yeah. Oh, ha. Hot soup. That's a big yes. TD, if you're still here, holy smoke. So, yeah, they want to knock him down a peg in the hopes that this will cause him to rethink his behavior and his actions and the words that are coming out of his mouth, because the words that are coming out of his mouth are not good. Maybe this will addressing down will cause him to rethink the behaviors and maybe move forward. But I do think that they are prepared to dress him down to get him to lose control. This is a loss of control here with the strength card in reverse. I think the potential is there that they could try and goad him. I think the other council is very much prepared to do that, or preparing. They might be doing it right now. So let's go. Yes, I think that Charles is his father. I do think that Charles is his father. I don't think that the other guy looks a lot like him, but yeah, but he does look so much like the other guy. It's and apparently there's another son out there. Somebody had a son. It looks just like Harry. It's a little weird. Oh, and that James lost his looks. Huh? How about that? Prince William is not the same. Prince of Wales. He is not the same. Yes, throw substances in the mix. I think that William was given the different instruction. He had a different manual that he had to follow. So we're going to scroll. I'm getting to the end, kiddies. Getting to the end to see if you guys have any questions. This fiasco is worse than a soap opera. So that's a good question, Carolina Mai. So will he win the IPP case? I think that, not having the cards on the table, I think we have a lot of road to cover before that. So let's just see past, present, future. Take a look at that. Past, present, future. Past, present, future. So in the past, tangled up, stuck with things. In the middle, judgment. Right now, they're still trying to figure out whether it's suitable or not. And the hermit in reverse is, we don't have all the information we need yet. So as expected, that's still kind of up in the air. There's a lot of cases they have to go through. But let's do a what if. If they get divorced. If they get divorced, will he magically get his IPP status back? I think he's headed back to England if they split. I read on it the other night. I think he's going to head back to England. Where do we go? Where's the safest place in the world? A castle. Duh. There's our divorce, if they divorce. So I don't know if it's the IPP status per se, but there's going to be some level of protection put in there. Because the family does not necessarily want to, I think even once he is divorced, he's going to be like the mad woman in the attic. They're going to, that's a Victorian thing, mad woman in the attic. So someone probably on their menstrual cycle. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, but I just said it. So I totally sexist comment too. I'm sorry. But I don't think that they want him back. I think they understand that he is troubled. They understand that there's some level of support and security that they need to provide for this individual, but I don't think that they are really going to extend themselves. And I don't think we're going to have Christmas and tea and, celebrate, the jubilees together. I just don't think he's going to be involved. I think they are going to create a situation for him and provide enough gaming consoles that he will just stay there and just kind of be quiet and, just do what you want to do. Like, here's some gin and tonics and here's a bunch of ragweed and just kind of stay over there. I think I don't know if they're going to give him ragweed, but I just really think that that's kind of the solution. There's going to be a recovery period that's going to be very notable for this individual. Coming out of the situation, and any of us when we get divorced, like that's a huge life change. That is, especially if you have children and you move to a different country. I mean, when I got married the first time, I moved to California, which is basically moving to another country. It really is. It's a very different culture from what I was used to. I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but when I moved there, I moved to San Francisco. And my initial move, it wasn't really San Francisco. I moved to Oakland. I was San Francisco adjacent. And then I ultimately went into San Francisco when I was there. At one of the first times I went to get groceries, I was putting all my stuff up on the grocery thing. And I heard the gal say to me, she was like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was just like kept putting my stuff, my East Coast vibe. Kept putting my groceries up there. And then I noticed she wasn't ringing them up. And I was like, "What?" And I looked over at her and she was like, oh, she was waiting for me to answer. And I was like, "Oh, I guess I'm okay. How are you?" It's just not it's not that we're impolite here in the tri-state area. It's just that we're busy and nobody really cares how your day is going. She's like, "I'm just getting through my day. So quit bugging me." So it just was a very different thing. And then I went to a juice place and the guy asked me my name when I ordered my juice. And I was like, "Why? Why do you want to know my name?" And my friend who was native was like, "So they can put it on the cup." And I was like, "Ew, God, I'm just such a jerk face." But reality, I'm not a jerk face. I'm polite. I'm just East Coast polite. But having lived in California, I am a little bit politer here on the East Coast. I'm a little bit extra nice. So let's see. Okay, people are going to sleep. People are going to dinner. Oh, the LED helmet. Yeah, I actually have a red light. I'm doing red light therapy on my face so that I'm not old. I did a reading the other night on the whole Africa thing, Saturday night. I always thought they would send him to Africa. I wasn't getting Africa. I was like, let's see. We'll take a look. Take a look, and then I'm going to call it a night, boys and girls. Boys and girls. Hopefully I have an email from Trevor. I'll set up a time with him. It's like, give him a private reading. I will email him if he doesn't email me. Sometimes the mountain has to go to Muhammad. So, will they send him to Africa? What becomes of the broken hearted? Do they go to Africa to get started? I think he's very opposed to going to Africa these days. And I think he will be post breakup, because I think the love is there. Where is the love? Under the surface, I think he'd be really excited to go there. And I think he'd be like, oh, yeah, right. So go to Africa. It's the place of more healing. It's the seat of humanity. It's where everything. Oh, thanks, Gabe. My singing. It's funny. Alicia and I both get psychic impressions in songs. Alicia Wicker, if those of you who don't follow me on the regular, Alicia Wicker is another reader. We do a show. We're doing it now once a month because we have some family obligations that are getting in the way. Actually, I think we're going to have a meeting this week about our next Dueling Tarot Friday. So coming soon, guys. We'll be coming back soon. So I think that he thinks this is a great idea because he will be close to Chelsea. And maybe that will restart. Her husband's not having it. Like that, no. The situation that they're in is a fairly solid situation. I've never read on Chelsea's marriage now, but it does seem that it's pretty solid. They have kids, they have a life. Under the surface, Hazmat is very excited. This will be an exciting thing for him if he were to go to Africa, but not because it's going to be a time of healing, but because she is there and in close proximity. So it's really what I'm. You know what? While we're at it, while we're talking about sweetie patootie Chelsea, let's just see where that girl's at right now. Let's just see what's going on. And then I think I'm going to wrap this up. I've been on for almost 2 hours. It goes so fast with you guys. Like when I get on here and I start doing readings, like it just really goes very, very quickly. I don't even realize I've been on for like 2 hours. So let's tap into Chelsea. Oh. So she is following this court case very closely. And I'm sorry, but I do think that there are individuals in the royal family that are in contact with her more so than we know, more so than he knows. I think there are individuals that have reached out to her and said, "Hey, this is coming your way." And I do get a sense that it's Catherine and William. That Catherine and William have reached out to her and they're just like, "Listen, we're here for you if you need anything." Oh, serendipity. We're looking at Chelsea right now. How's Chelsea feel about the whole thing? Hello, darling. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, she is watching this court case and she's really hoping that he doesn't behave the way that he used to in the past because she wants a happy ending for him. She wants him to come out of this more fulfilled. She wants him to come out of this feeling accomplished and feeling that he got his message out there. Let me pull this off. So, her fears is that he has her fear is that he has not really grown into that and matured enough to present well. But under the surface here, we've got the royal family talking about her, talking to her. What are their messages for her? What kind of messages are they giving her? This is not her fight. They're letting her know that this is not something that she needs to get involved in, because this is her faith and her sanctity in her own life. And the choice to leave him, the choice to not be part of the royal family, was a good decision, because, as Serendipity says, he needs serious help right here. The petulant young man that he was has turned into a petulant older man, and he is becoming more practiced and calloused in his bad behavior and bad thought patterns. So that's really, they're saying, you did the right thing. Are they coaching her to not be around him? Yes. Big yes. They are coaching her to cut off that contact, to not really have the contact with him. If anything, very superficial. Hey, if he reaches out, I'm sorry, everything went this way, I gotta go. So it's really a shame. Absolutely arrested development, and it's development of that arrested development. So I know that sounds kind of weird, but so let's just take a quick peek at her relationship with her current husband. I just want to see how solid that is. I'm nervous, but I want to see how solid that relationship is. Oh. Huh. Well, I didn't expect that. So imagine that. Huh. So a little fortune cookies deluxe spread. Ace of Axes cutting things off. Queen of Wands taking charge of the King of Cups in reverse, who is not showing her enough emotion and affection and good stuff. Securing her position for the fight to come. And up here we have the Lovers in reverse. The Lovers are going in two separate directions, and under the surface we have the Queen of Axes, who has initiated that split. That is very interesting. Let's pull out, let's see, because I have my deck all set up for timing. Let's see if we're going to see a divorce for her. This is a tarot reading. This is not what I expected. I actually was very hesitant to pull cards on this. Very hesitant to pull cards on this. I know she's got her own money from her family, and she's got her own money from her own business. Hi, Penny. Timing. Give me some timing on Chelsea asking for a divorce. Is Chelsea really asking for a divorce? Really asking for it. We're going to take right from the center. Oh, I don't have to do it that way. So we got wish card. And our timing on that is Pisces, March 1st to the 10th. Huh. Let's do this. We're gonna put this out for our timing card. And did she already ask him for divorce? Is this in play? Sorry, I'm sad too. I'm sad too. Like, I don't want to see that. I think it's a yes. I think it's a yes. I went out on a limb with this one. Trolls in the dungeon. So I went out on a limb with this. I really did not want to ask if her marriage was not in a good place. Yeah, TD. I'm surprised too. I did not. Is very TF. I'm not sure what TF. This relationship with Harry is very TF. Transfunctional? I don't know. So does Harry know that her marriage is not great? Does Harry know that? Oh, twin flame. Twin flame. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh, I think he knows. I think he knows. I think she's talked to him. Has she talked to him? Messages have been passed on. Let's put it that way. Messages have been passed on by others. You know, things aren't going great over there. So Gay, I answered that question for you before. Yeah, messages have been passed on. I think that he is trying to warm up those leftovers. Did I say leftovers? So let's do a what if. What if? I got to put those up here. Let's do a what if. What if they split up? What if these two get back together? It would restore his reputation. This is what would restore his reputation. Is the royal family considering this? Oh yeah. There are people that are opposed to it. This we've got our nostalgia card here, the 6 of Cups in reverse. This is a crazy turn this fun little live went into. So they're saying this was really great. This was we could get back, we could restore him. We could restore his bad reputation. This would equalize all of the bad stuff. We would be able to kind of move forward. I don't know what they're going to do with the other one, but stick her in Siberia or something, find her some billionaire to marry her, I guess. I don't know what they could do, pay her off. But this would be a good collective working situation. It would have to be very carefully crafted though. But I think that they are talking to her. I think there are some parties that are opposed to it because they say he has not grown up. He hasn't evolved. He's still the same person that she wanted to get away from not long ago. So, I'll bite. I'll bite. So, is there really bias against her? So now, what we'll look at is if we get pentacles. All right, the pentacles are really things that we can't change about ourselves. Our haircut. Well, I changed my hair color. Believe me, I'm gray as gray. But our heritage, our background, like those are things that we can't change about ourselves. So the pentacles are going to be that. That's going to be the things about us that are not changeable. The wands are more of like the guys that we put on, the character that we put on. In Hollywood, there's a lot of that. So we're going to look at it that way. And then the swords will be the her ridiculous manner of speaking. Did I say it that way? The way that she talks, the way that she the word salad and getting into all these crazy things. So what was it about her that the royal family did not like? Because I do want to stress before I start pulling the cards on this. So if we get pentacles, that's like what she is. It's possibly the word. But if we get the wands, the swords, the wands are going to be kind of more of a culture thing, like a Hollywood culture kind of thing. So I have my own opinion about this. I'm going to see what the cards pull, though. And if we get cups, I don't know what that's going to be. So I left him out of the equation. So pentacles in reverse, not that issue. The wands, cups in reverse, the world, and then the cups there. So I'm sorry if I'm yelling into the microphone. I'm still working on this microphone. So if she was just out for the money, I think we would have seen the Nine of Pentacles, maybe that Empress in reverse, maybe the High Priestess in reverse too, Rose. So the Pentacles in the Ace of Pentacle in reverse here, I think this is not a fundamental thing. So this would be what she is made out of, what she is in the rawest form in terms of race, in terms of makeup. And again, I'm not putting her class status in this. This is where the culture comes in. It really is that Hollywood culture, I think, that they found not suitable for the royal family, because the royal family is about being royal celebrity. And TD, Terra Destiny, I do think that this is an American thing. I absolutely think it's an American thing, because my son's father is from Scotland, and he was here in the United States for how long was he here before? He was here 20 years before we had Angus, and culturally he was still very, very different from me. So I can't say, and he was, for all intents and purposes, an American. He almost entirely lost his accent, but it's still culturally very, very different, politically very different. The way that we were intending to raise him, we're in conflict, let's put it that way. So I think culturally, yes, we get into the American culture, but more importantly, that microculture of Hollywood. So it's not really a microculture, it's like a subculture. So this is a very different type of celebrity, royalty versus celebrity. The glam, I was watching The Crown the other day, and I don't know what season it was, but Prince Philip, it was when they watched the moon landing, and he was all jazzed on it because he was pilot. He wanted to talk to the astronauts, and he was so excited. He had so many questions to ask them. He was like overwhelmed by the whole thing. And then when he met them, they were just men, and they all had a cold. And they wanted to talk about, primarily what it was like to be a royal. They just didn't think what they did was that amazing. And Prince Philip, it was a very charming episode. He really was just enamored with what they had done, and what it meant for humankind. He had such a in the crown, had such an amazing perspective on what had happened, and how this brought the entire world. Mankind went to the moon, and it was, he was crying when he was watching. It was really, really very charming. And I think the idea of celebrity in Los Angeles is, I'm having my picture taken, I'm wearing sunglasses, I'm wearing all the latest fashions, and it's me, 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 me. And royalty is all of you. And here I am. I'm an example, but here it's all of you. There's an energy level that's very different. And I think that was very evident to everyone in the room. She said she was going to hit the ground running. And no, serendipity, I agree. She was never a celebrity. She wanted to be a celebrity, and she thought that this was the avenue to it. I had never heard of Suits either. The first I heard of her was the Vanity Fair issue, be an interview, and it wasn't because she was on Suits, it was because she was dating Harry. So, I think all of us are in agreement. And I still have some, sorry guys, lip balm. This is the Wet and Wild So Pouty. This was a good buy for $5. I think it was $5. It's a bomb lip gloss. So good buy. So a little product placement for you guys. Not that I'm a sponsor or anything like that. I'm not being sponsored by Wet and Wild. So I do think that they thought her culture was in direct conflict with the royal family, and with the dedication to service. Serendipity, I knew she was a liar in that engagement video too. I don't know. Just the well, I didn't know very much about him. Everything I learned, Carmax Penny, Carmax. So everything I learned about the royal family, I've learned through him. Really, cut it out, because not true. So it's like me saying everything I've learned about, Elon Musk was through Twitter. There are just certain entities that are unavoidable. So, this, I think, the dreaminess of her, and the expectation, I think they did understand the expectation that was not in alignment, and they did try and hard stop it. But here she is, Queen of Cups, sitting on all that whatnot. So I again, and I think Sari, I think we're in agreement. I think there was a magnancy, as Lady C calls it. I think she said that there was a magnancy, and I actually was working on a timeline for Inskip's wedding, because I do think that she went there and kind of turned the screws on Harry when she had that angry face and was yelling at the waiter, and was glaring at the other guest that was sitting at the table. You know what, she does lack class, but I do on my worst of days as well. I try not to, like I am a cursor, and I'm really trying not to curse, and like the more cognizant I am of not cursing, the more I'm doing. And like one of the reasons is because my son's older now. He's in high school, and he's starting to curse a lot, because like I hear his friends out there, whoo, they have potty mouths. So my son, like when he comes in from hanging out with his friends, or when I pick him up from school, he's like, "What the blank?" I'm like, "What? Like, I'm your mother. Don't talk like that in front of me." And he's like, "Why? I hear you all the time." Oh, really? So, I'm trying to like say ish. Um, So, you know what? When HG Tutor, I'm backing this up. When HG Tutor says fashion, I love how he says fashion. She's a fashion icon. So, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Amazing platform. Really, an unbelievable. I don't know how you screw things up so bad. I really don't. But it is what it is. And the reason why we look at it is, we try to be better. One of the reasons that we watch these kinds of train wrecks is, we try to be better people. We try to aspire to be more. So it is what it is. So yeah, he was freaking out at Inskip's wedding. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I'm just reading. Yeah, you could see him freaking out. Serendipity said at Inskip's wedding. You could almost see the moment that she said, "Well, I'm either going to do this with you or without you, and we'll just play it out in the papers because we don't have tabloids." In the United States, we don't have tabloids. We don't have anything like that. What are you talking about? I'm sure he's great. And I'm sure you really like him. But the tabloids are going to ruin your life. Self-fulfilling fantasy. So let's do an energy card for Penny's mom. Penny's mom. Penny, you still here, baby? And then I got to go make some dinner because it's almost 8 o'clock. Oh, Penny's mom, your sexuality is sacred. Let's pull another one. Feeling fear is a call for love. Okay, so Penny, I'm hoping that this sexuality is sacred is for you. But feeling fear is a call for love. So if she is feeling a little uncertain, or if you're feeling exactly, oh Lord, if you're feeling a little uncertain, maybe snuggle up. Maybe you need to be a little girl just for a minute and let her be mommy for a minute. Doing something like that, sometimes can kind of bring that whole emotion back and infuse her with that mommy strength. Remember those days when you had little kids and you still had a cold and you still got up and kicked ass anyway? I see I'm cursing. No one knows how strong they are until you are sick as a dog and you have 2 toddlers and a puppy and cats all over the place. So, maybe reminding her of what it's like to be in that position, be in the in charge position of mommy. Maybe the mama bear will kick in and she'll gather some strength from that. So, yeah, I'm going to ask that everybody just do some healing light for Penny's mom, who's, chugging through. We're going to get her through this. We're going to hopefully send her some healing light and get her to get on the road to recovery. Like we were talking about the other night, some of us, really struggled with coming back from that little thing that kept us all at home for, what was it, 2 or 3 years? I don't even know. I have no idea how long it was. All I know is that one of my kids spent like almost all of high school at home, remote work. So, but we're on our way to graduation this year. So, didn't serve us too badly. She's graduating, I believe, with honors. So I don't know if it's with high honors or just honors, but we're going to have some chords. So that's exciting stuff. But, yes, absolutely serendipity. By healing others, we also heal ourselves. And that's one of the reasons that I do this. It really is restorative to me. And years ago, when I used to do readings, this is my editorial here, guys. So years ago, when I used to do my readings, I could go for 8 hours. I could go for 9 hours. I could, book a party and just they'd be calling their friends in or their neighbors in, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm still going, I'm still fresh. And I would go home and I would be really charged up. And that's one of the things that happens when we do dueling tarot. I get loopy because I get really deep into being in that psychic zone. So you get kind of loopy. You're not, on terra firma anymore, but I'm not exhausted after it. I don't fall asleep and crumble. I really feed off. Like HD Tutor should do a reading on. I should give his take on this, because he'd probably say that I'm getting fuel. But the reality is that the better I can do for you all when I'm doing readings, like when we're doing the private readings or when we're doing readings like this, the better that I can do for you guys, the more the better I feel. Channeling the energy and the powers of the universe through me. I'm just a conduit. I'm not some end all be all, but I am a conduit. So Sari, I did not even mention that on my show. I'm sorry. So serendipity, there was an incident with a toddler who had a near drowning toddler. We've been sending some healing light that direction as well. Please do so. Down south here in the United States, it's in one of the southern states. Send that healing energy down there to that sweet little baby. Hopefully she's going to come out of this okay. That's scary stuff. I know when my daughter was a baby, I had a pool at that house, and that was my mother's biggest fear, was that the baby was going to walk outside. I had a pool and I had a 12-man hot tub, and she was terrified that my daughter was going to toddle on out of the house and fall in the pool. And I had alarms on the doors, and I had alarms in the pool. We had a lot going on. We had dogs that were, running all over the place and guarding the place. So, yeah, that's the thing, Sari. That's the thing, praying that, we don't have something like that at the end of the road. So, the best we can do is just keep her in our thoughts and, see if she's going to come through. So, but I don't want to leave it on a heavy note. Send out that positive energetic light. Get that out there. In the meantime, don't forget that I'm going to have a sale coming up for you guys. I'm going to have a new class with the timing on tarot. That'll be kind of fun, just kind of drop in and we'll do the class. I'll do that on Zoom. I'll do that separate. And I'll have the BFF sale that's going on. I said that. And what else? My book, I think we're looking at like the beginning of July. I have some time off in July, so I will finish that up. And it's just going to be for the major arcana. It's just going to be the Journey of the Fool, because I have a unique way of teaching it. And it's like we're at a cocktail party and you get to meet some people, and you're going to go around the room and you get to meet them. So it's a little bit different from the way other people teach it. And then I will have some other editions that'll come out after, but it'll be in e-format. And as always, private readings are available. You can book one for yourself on my website. And I will try to be back on Wednesday. I'm going to try and do another live on Wednesday, probably for you guys. So let's see what we can get done. So everybody, thanks so much for being here. Everybody's moving on out. So I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. I'm going to go make some dinner for my babies, and I will talk to you soon. All right. See you later, alligators.